Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I did this card. I actually was inspired while I was standing in line at the post office today, and they had a frame on the wall of a 64-cent stamp of a butterfly that looked like this. And so I was standing there and I said to my sister, I'm going to run home and make a card. And I did. And so now I'm going to show you how I did it, because there's a couple of different techniques I wanted to show you in this particular card. So what I used to make that card was the butterfly thinlits, which are fabulous. They're very detailed, and I'm going to show you a very quick way to cut these out and also to get those the insides of the framelits poked out. And so we're going to use this butterfly today. And we're also going to use the Butterfly Basic stamp set, which is a huge, lots of different stamps in this set. And this one here has a framelit that coordinates. And of course this comes as a bundle from Stampin' Up! If you're interested. But this is a great set with lots of different stamps in it. So to begin with, I'm going to bring in my Big Shot, and I'm going to cut out the butterfly. I think I can probably back that up a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. So here is the Big Shot with my regular platform, a cutting plate, and this time I'm going to use a couple of dryer sheets. Interestingly enough, these are dryer sheets that have not been used, so they have a nice smell to them. I'm just going to lay those on there. And these dryer sheets, as I do this, they can be used over and over and over. Once I've done that, then I'm going to lay down my cardstock, and then I'm going to lay down my butterfly on top of that. And I am going to find my other cutting plate. Put the cutting plate on top, and I'll run this through the Big Shot. There we go. And when I take this off the plate, you will see that that framelit just pops right off of there. That butterfly framelit pops right off, and then when I pull this off, the butterfly sticks to the dryer sheet, and then I can just come in here and go ahead and pull the butterfly off the dryer sheet, and all those little pieces of scrap just stay in there. And you can go ahead, these will pop up if you wanted them to, and you can put them in the garbage. But what I've done is then I move the framelit down, I flip it over, I use all different sides. I use 2 for mine because it seems to work. Everybody seems to have a different idea of what works for them. But honestly, buy the cheap dryer sheets. So then what I did is I took a glue pen, and because this is so fragile, I could have used, I better zoom in. I want you guys to see this. So I'm just going to take that glue pen and get her started and add some glue to my butterfly. And then attach that to the white piece of cardstock, like exactly where I want my butterfly to be. And you want to make sure for this technique that that butterfly gets stuck down and that your glue is dry, so that when I go in with my Blendabilities, I don't get glue on the tips of them. So I'm just going to let this sit for a minute and dry, and I will be right back. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some of the stamps from that stamp set that I used. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I stamped the background. And it's very simple. I used Smoky Slate as my ink color. And I just came in with the inked up stamp. But what I did is I inked it up and then I stamped it off once, because I didn't want that Smoky Slate to be too overpowering. And then I just stamped a couple of ferns around on my cardstock. And then I came in with the flower image. And again, I stamped it off and then came in with that image. And you can see how I'm kind of pulling those all towards the middle, because that's where I'm actually going to put the butterfly. So this part isn't going to show. I really want the outside edges to pick up those images. There we go. Very simple, very basic. And then what I will do is my butterfly is going to go into the middle of that so you can see how it's all going to work out. And I will bring in a little snail and then add that to the front of my card, and then I know where my butterfly is going to be. And then I'm going to come in with a little Memento black or any black ink, ink that up, and stamp my greeting down there. And there's the base of my card ready to go, and now I'm ready to bring in the butterfly and do these blendabilities. So let me move this stuff out of my way, bring back my blendabilities. So how I did this was I just started with one section of the butterfly at a time, and I'm going to fill this all in. I'm using the medium Daffodil Delight. Oops. Got those all filled in. Then I'm going to come in with the next darker and just add in some color. I kind of let the blendabilities do the job on their own. And then pumpkin pie. And this is not on all of it. You can see I'm just putting a little bit of orange in there. Then the next color. And again, just a tiny bit. Kind of does its own blending once you start layering all those inks in there. And then last but not least, just a little bit darker. And I'm actually not even going to use that in all of the colors or all of the image. And then I'm going to come back in with my medium and just blend that where the orange meets the yellow, and just put a little blending in there just to get rid of my line. Now I did overcolor here, so I'm going to go ahead and color those in, even though on my regular card they're white. So that's all I did, and I did it all the way around. Okay, so that's all I did, was color that in each section just like that, and then I attached it onto the base of my card, right into the middle, and that's pretty simple, pretty basic. I do love those blendabilities, and I love these new framelits, and using that dryer sheet makes it work fabulously. So if you haven't already done so, you may want to sign up for my newsletter where I give you tips and tricks and techniques every week, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, and have a great day.